What is feminist art? Have you ever wondered how art can challenge societal norms? Feminist art does just that. It is not merely art created by women or defined by a specific style. Instead, it is a practice that questions and critiques the social, cultural, and political structures shaping gender roles and identities. Feminist art aims to expose how women and marginalized groups have been overlooked or misrepresented in both art history and contemporary art. From an anthropological perspective, feminist art explores how concepts of gender and sexuality differ across cultures. This examination reveals how these ideas influence the creation and interpretation of art. Anthropologists studying gender roles in art might look at how feminist artists respond to local and global pressures that shape gender norms. Their work often reflects or resists these norms. The feminist art movement began in the late 1960s. During this time, women artists were largely absent from mainstream art institutions and histories. Early feminist artists sought to highlight women's contributions to art while addressing the barriers they faced. They often used non-traditional materials like textiles and everyday objects to challenge the notion that only certain forms of art, such as painting and sculpture, were valuable. This approach also critiqued the association of these traditional forms with male artists and audiences. A key aspect of feminist art is its focus on intersectionality. This means it considers how gender interacts with other identity factors like race, class, sexuality, and nationality. Feminist art does not present a single experience of womanhood but instead highlights the diversity of women's experiences shaped by broader social hierarchies. Feminist art theory, which developed alongside the movement, provides tools for analyzing how gender affects the creation, interpretation, and value of art. It raises questions such as why so few women artists have been recognized in art history and how artistic conventions reinforce gender stereotypes. It also examines how art can serve as a form of social activism advocating for gender equality. In practice, feminist artists often use strategies like parody and satire. They might reinterpret famous artworks by male artists to highlight gender biases or create installations that draw attention to women's domestic labor. These methods aim not only to make a political statement but also to change how viewers perceive art, gender, and society. From an anthropological viewpoint, studying feminist art involves looking at how art reflects and shapes cultural ideas about gender. It means paying attention to how artists from various cultural backgrounds use art to negotiate, resist, or reinterpret gender roles within their societies. This approach reveals how art can be a site of cultural contestation, where meanings about gender are produced and challenged. Feminist art is a dynamic practice that uses artistic creation to interrogate and transform the social constructions of gender. It connects deeply to broader movements for gender equality and is shaped by the cultural contexts in which it arises. For those studying anthropology, feminist art offers a rich area for examining how gender roles are lived, represented, and contested in artistic practices worldwide.